Hello there fellow comrades. If you click this video then that means you're interested in Supremacy 1914. I'm here to help your piqued interest be satiated with a guide on how to play at a level above the average player. We'll jump straight into the games. Here you can see a few games I've already started, but we're here to learn how to play from scratch, so let's find a new game. Here at the top we have a good game to join. With just one active player, we are on the first to join. Pay attention when selecting a game, as some have fast forward symbols, meaning rather than moving in real time, a single Supremacy day takes only 6 hours. This helps the game progress a lot faster. Once you join a game, it will typically bring you to this menu. This is where you can choose what country you want to become. There are a couple things to take into account when choosing a country with such a wide selection. The first is neighbours. Every country will have 3 sets of neighbours. Player countries, highlighted in the lighter shade, AI countries, highlighted in the darker shade, and the ocean. You're going to want to choose a country that has at least a small amount of active player neighbours as possible and as much AI as possible, as they won't attack you first. Let's look at Poland. It's completely surrounded from all sides by active players, and with no AI countries to expand into, your hand as Poland will be forced into an early war with an active player, which isn't desirable. The second is your resource preference. Starting in Europe will give you lots of wood and iron, but very little oil. Starting in Africa will give you loads of steel and oil, but not a lot of wood. Starting in America will give you a lot of iron and wood, but almost no oil. Deciding what you value most, or can do best without for the longest time, and choosing your region and country based on this fact is the best you can do. Based on my playstyle, the best country for me, and I believe a lot of enthusiastic new players would enjoy this pick, is Arabia. I choose this because I can survive without wood fairly well and enjoy having one direct player neighbour connected by only one province directly. This guide will work for any other country though, it will just have differences as we progress. So now we've chosen Arabia. We can see here we have 9 provinces to play with. The first thing you should do when starting a game is to build a recruiting office in every province you have. This will give you a steady stream of new troops to build your army with, and is a necessity in every province you have. Since I'm a member of the High Command right now, I don't have to build any myself, as they are all already built. Next you want to come to your Resources tab on the left, identified by the grain symbol. Here we can move sliding bars to place less or more emphasis on producing certain resources. You want to adjust these as many have positive resource incomes as you can, particularly in steel and oil in the early game, but this won't always be possible, so just do your best. The less positive income you have, the lower province morale will drop, so the more likely it is that a province will rebel and join another country. I've adjusted my fuels like coal and gas so that they are all positive, but the limitations in Africa mean I can't even out the materials of wood, which is fine. We will improve on this as we go. Next we're going to build workshops in key provinces. We decide key provinces based on what we need, so for me it's wood, oil and iron provinces. Workshops can eventually be upgraded into factories, which will increase unit production and province morale, so we're going to choose wisely. The workshops for us are better placed into these provinces because when we upgrade them into factories, I'll be able to get a lot more resources from them in the desirable areas. These provinces that show double resource icons means that we are already getting more unit production, so it's a good place for our workshops here, and in a couple more provinces with resources we need like more oil and wood. In our single game grain province, we're getting about 2,000 grain production, whereas in the double grain province, we're getting about 4,000. Now that we have some workshops, it's time to use them. With a workshop, we can produce armoured cars. These are fast, cheap, and great for early game conflicts. We're going to want to build as many armoured cars as we can, so every province with a level 1 workshop should have an armoured car being produced right now. If you don't have the resources straight away, don't fret. It will be up to you to decide when and how you want to make more. Now we're also going to build barracks. Barracks should be built in provinces where a workshop doesn't already exist. By the time your barracks are built, you should have enough resources to build a workshop inside these provinces too, as you need both to produce a cavalry unit. They are another fast and cheap effective early game form of conflict. In my game, I don't have the food coming in to support these barracks, but after I build 2 cavalry units in each, I'll deactivate them so my food resources can recover. When we expand, we can turn them on and create more, but it's crucial we have some early to rely on. I've built 3 barracks. When they are complete, I'll also build workshops and start manufacturing cavalry alongside armoured cars, so we have a steady early game military being built. The next thing I'm going to do, which I recommend you do as well, although it's not required, is to buy some resources like oil and steel or wood from the stock market tab while they're still cheap. This tab has the scale symbol. Of course, if you're losing steel instead of gaining any, don't bother buying it yet, as you'll only lose it before you can use it. I'm going to use the iron I bought to build a fortress on the connecting province to my only player neighbour. The more you upgrade your fortresses, the stronger they become and harder it is for an enemy to invade. Since I've built everything I can already go and sell my remaining wood, as I'd only lose it if I didn't, and we want to make some coin profit. It's going to take time for our infrastructure to be built, so that the only thing we can do right now is move our troops. Since we have an AI neighbour that won't attack our troops, there won't be much help with them being there, so it's better to have them at player borders where they can be quick to respond to an incoming attack. We also want to get in contact and message our neighbours. Don't make friends with all your immediate neighbours, however, as you'll then have no space to expand into as the game progresses. Your allies should be close, but not cutting you off from expanding. After doing all of this, the best thing you can do is wait. Let your infrastructure build and then expand your army and defences as quick as you can. Thank you for watching my first guide to Supremacy 1914. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. Please like and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.